¿Qué tal, amigos de Deportrece? Un gusto saludarlos a través de esta frecuencia. Estamos el día de hoy en la casa de los Pumas, en la cantera universitaria, y el día de hoy tenemos la presencia de una de las futbolistas más importantes de la liga y del conjunto de universidad, Chandra Marie. Nice to meet you, Chandra. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be on here, and thank you for having me.
It's nice to know some soccer players came to Mexico and make choices for the Liga MX Femenil, and it's nice to see some people play soccer just in the United States, like you, came in Mexico and make their best. And how do you feel to play in the Mexican League?
I feel great. I have always wanted to play in the league here. I have a lot of friends and players back home who support the Mexican League, both on the male side and the female side. So I have a lot of support back home and a lot of fans back home as well. And actually, before I came to playing in the league here, I was working for Apple. And I actually had a lot of coworkers who were, still are, Pumas fans. So when I made the decision to play in the league and to play for Pumas, I had even more support. So I am very happy to be here and hope that my time in Mexico is not a short one.
Okay, nice. Now the fans in Mexico are really more excited with the soccer than the fans in the USA. But the soccer in USA is the most important sport for the women. In Mexico, it's the most important for all the country. How do you feel about this opportunity to play in Mexico, and how do you feel about the fans, about the meaning of soccer in Mexico?
I think it's awesome. Of course, the league is still new, and it is still new for women to have the opportunity to play professional. Just like in the U.S., it had its moments where it was doing really well, and then the league folded. But it's really cool to see in Mexico that every year the league is growing, and it is growing so fast. I think it is growing at a faster rate than when the United States started their women's professional league. So it's cool to be in a country to have the support growing at such a fast rate. I think there are, of course, still many challenges that the women's game face, but to feel the support from the fans, from the people, even when we are at away games, we are still feeling the support from Pumas fans, which is awesome. So it's a wonderful organization to be a part of, and it makes me happy to see that there is support here in Mexico, that the league is growing, and it is growing at such a different rate than it is in the U.S. I enjoy my time here.
Okay. You talk about the league it's growing up. So tell me, what do you think about Jenny Hermoso and you and other players to come to Mexico, and are the players they're good players and are such good players? What do you think about this grow up to the Mexican league?
I think it's great. I think, especially now that the league is seeing other players from other countries, not even just the United States, but from Spain, from other European countries, even other South American countries. It just means that the league is getting more support, and it's getting popular, and it's now being attracted to other players from other nations. I think it is still going to be a growing period for the new players, no matter where you come from. I think the league is still growing itself, and it is a different system of soccer that players from outside of Mexico are getting used to, including myself. But I think at the end of the day, it just makes you a better player, and it makes the league better itself to have a mix of players from different backgrounds, and it just makes it more competitive. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Okay. Now let's talk about Pumas. In this season, Pumas have a good season today. Mm-hmm. It's in the ninth place. Mm-hmm. So they play versus America. It's a classic game. It's a really important game for you. And how do you think about Pumas have this game and the opportunity to have to stay in the playoffs? And do you have chances just have Toluca, Atlas, and Cruz Azul fighting with you? What do you think about the game, about the team, about you, about to play against this team? Sorry, against America.
I think it's exciting. I mean, these are the games, these are the moments we live for as a player, as a team. It's always something great to look forward to, having a rival match, especially like America. I think we're ready, and I think the league is so interesting with the teams that we have that, in my opinion, any team can win on any given day. There have been teams that have scored against teams that were at the top of the league. There have been games where maybe you think it is heavily weighed on one side, and then the team that was kind of the underdog ends up scoring and surprising them. So I think it's just, if you go into the match being confident and being prepared, that you can win that game, even if it is against a higher or powerhouse team like America. So to be honest, I'm very anxious, and I am very excited to play that team. I think they have a lot of great players, a lot of strong players. They're very creative, but then again, so are we. We have a very talented team. We have a lot of strong players as well, and we've scored against some really good teams. So at the end of the day, I think anything's possible. I think we have to go into that match with the right mindset and let our feet do the talking.
Okay, for the last one, Chandra, talk about something about you, about do you think about Mexico, about the culture? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about this special moment you have in your career?
I adore being here, really, I do. I think the fans and the people have been very welcoming. I enjoy a different culture. I've been in the United States majority of my career, majority of my life, and it feels wonderful to call a different country home. There are moments when I'm driving and I have realization of, wow, I'm in Mexico, living out my dream, playing professionally, and meeting new people, meeting new connections, exploring the different parts of the city, and it's very humbling. It's very exciting to have Mexico be a chapter in my career, be such a big chapter in my career. I've learned many things since I've been here. It's made me grow as a person, even more as a player. So I have all that to thank for, and I'm excited to see what my next years will be here to come in Mexico, where I will be, the type of player I'll be. So I'm excited for what the future holds.
Thank you very much, Chandra.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Bueno, amigos, ahí está la plática con Chandra Marie, jugadora de los Pumas de la universidad, que están a punto de culminar la temporada, pues se pelean la calificación a la liguilla ante el conjunto de América este fin de semana, así que estaremos muy pendientes de lo que suceda con el equipo de universidad. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos y muchas gracias por su atención.